What's good, people? Kai Storm in the building. New review for That One Voice Revised Edition. New reasons to get this book. Thank you for joining my channel today for my unpopular opinion. But of course, I got to tell you about my book because I got to get you to buy my book. Yes, indeed. Hit me up, get yourself an autographed copy, $15. The purchase information will be in the description. Now let's get to the review. Oh yes, indeed. Check out my new sponsor, BougieStoner.co. Bougie Stoner in the building with the P-Love infused body oil, cannabis infused body oil. Get yours at bougiestoner.co. Yes, new sponsors in the building because I am money. Money is me. Money comes to me abundantly. Yeah. Ooh, child, I am shiny because I am sweaty. But yes, I am here to do what are we doing? Real Housewives of Potomac reunion part 3. Yes, Karen is coming into the building. Yes, indeed. Like and subscribe. Check out my book. Definitely get yourself an autographed copy. Definitely check out my sponsor, bougiestoner.co, for all your elevated needs. Please keep it cute in the comments. And yes, let's get into this review. Yes, indeed. If we remember correctly, we ended the episode with Monique with her fly ass outfit. I don't know how and nobody else liked the outfit, but that's just me. I like the outfit. I think the outfit, the hair, all that shit just is just fly as fuck. And especially with the leg out on the side, I'm loving the whole look. But yes, this is we go back where Monique is about to reveal that Miss Stacy is a liar. And that's another thing I'm starting to hear in these streets, that Miss Stacy is like the favorite Real Housewives of Potomac. And I'm just like, how? I don't like that bitch. She ain't no favorite to me. But tomato tomato. But apparently, because I heard through these streets that this reveal is going to be a recording of one of her kids, of one of Monique's kids, saying something about Stacy and her father. So it's and they probably not gonna play it because it's a child and whatnot. So we not gonna have the child on national TV, but that this is supposed to be a receipt saying that yes, Stacy, you absolutely had something to do with Chris Samuels. Yes, you did. And like I said, they did play the part because, like I said, it's a child. It's a recording of one of Monique's children talking about Stacy and saying and her father, and saying that they were recording together and whatnot. Now again, they ain't play this shit. And here comes Stacy talking about, no, why would I be involved in your business? I'm trying to be together with my husband. I live with my husband. We're together. We're back together. And I think that's the reason why Stacy trying to keep this shit quiet, because hello, she's back with Timu. And she don't want Timu to even think that somebody else could have possibly hit that. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's giving. It's giving you trying to keep your pussy count low because you don't want Timu to find out. But again, Stacy, you've been caught in so many lies on this show, which is why I don't understand how she is the favorite. Now, Alexander Raj is one of my favorite bloggers. He say that these bitches don't deserve the truth, that they don't get the truth from the motherfuckers that they dealing with. So why does Stacy have to come on here with the truth? I get that point, but still, because I don't like Stacy, because this bitch keep getting caught in lies, it just look away. You feel me? It just look away. I might add that Monique has every right to not believe this hoe, because hello, why would her child all of a sudden lie? Why would her child lie about a bitch that she don't even know, a grown bitch that she don't even know? then the next conversation was, of course, the trips that they went on. The Nevis trip that Giselle held went smoothly versus the Colorado trip ended in the gas station. So, and of course, the when Andy asked, you know, it didn't, what was like who was was stressed out by the trip more, and it's like, no, it wasn't who stressed out, but who is bothered, who thought that Angel got too much slack for the trip, and of course, Kiana was the first one to speak up and say, yeah, she shouldn't have got all that slack, and then of course, Giselle was like, bitch, first of all, you was in the house with the water. Even what the fuck? And then she was, and then Kiana was like, "Well, we had other trips where shit went wrong," and she was like, "Well, name one." And Giselle was like, "Name one." And then this bitch talking about when we went to DR, I had mold in my room, and I had to move to another room. And then Giselle answered, which rightfully so, bitch, mold in your room trumps no fucking water, which makes sense, bitch. No water. Hello, you was in the house with the water. And here come Miss Karen Huger. Yes, indeed. Karen had on a good dress too. And yes, Karen is saying hello to everybody. Everybody's happy to see her, even Wendy. Now, what Andy did, Andy, before she came out, they talking to her, they was talking amongst themselves, and they asking him, how was, like he must have asked them, what did you think about the interview I did with her? And everybody was like, yo, it was so good. You know what I mean? You kept it real with her. She kept it real with herself, and and she definitely need that. And then, so now that she out, first thing he did was ask her, okay, girl, when I talked to you, you wasn't real comfortable with calling yourself an alcoholic. Now, why wasn't you comfortable with calling yourself an alcoholic? Now, my thing is this. Does that mean that she is faulting in her recovery because she's not willing to call herself an alcoholic? I don't think so. I think as long as she's following the steps and doing the steps and staying away from liquor, that she doing what she supposed to do. Putting labels on it. Why we gotta put labels on it? Maybe it'll fuck with her, her self-esteem if we put labels on it. That don't change the fact that she's still working to be better, right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So apparently, you know, Karen and Wendy hash out a couple things from last season where Stacy and Karen was talking about Wendy, and Wendy, and then Karen never thanked her in her outro video at the last reunion, and just, yeah, and some other conversation that we just getting to see where Karen called Wendy's mama a witch, and child, it's just a whole back walking around back and forth, and it got to a point where Karen remembered that Wendy's mama told Wendy to shut the fuck up, and of course that hit a sour note with everybody, because it's like, Karen, really, you had to bring that up? And Karen looking at her like, yeah, bitch, I don't give a fuck. You talking about you not my friend? Bitch, I don't want to be nobody friend like you. Like, I don't want to be nobody friend like you. Wendy, Wendy, listen to Karen. Just got out of jail and just went through some lawyer lawyer and prison and judge conversations, okay? That bitch said, What you just did, that's why I made sure. What Karen said, I made sure and reminded you when your mama told you to shut the fuck up, because right now that's what the fuck you supposed to be doing. Your top lip and your bottom lip is supposed to be together and saying, because this shit is in litigation, I ain't supposed to be talking about this on this goddamn TV screen. Because in all intents and purposes, this shit can and will be used against you in a court of law. Because again, bitch, listen, Karen just went through the same shit. Not for the same crime, but she went through the same shit. So therefore, if she telling you shut the fuck up, she telling you shut the fuck up. Matter of fact, your lawyer, before you got on this TV screen, should have told you don't answer no questions, Nathan Nathaniel, about the case, because baby, whatever the fuck you say, it can and will be used against you. Case in point, Karen about to school her and let her know that that when you just with question that you just answered, because this bitch gonna say that she explained this whole long-winded story about that a year ago somebody broke into her crib and their kids' room was messed up, and then a year later the same cop that came to take the report of the break-in said no, bitch, ain't no break-in. And here you go saying all that on TV. You ain't supposed to say none of this shit. You wasn't supposed to answer none of those questions, because guess what? They could use that to make you sound motherfucking guilty. And Karen have every right to let you know. And matter of fact, Karen try to help your stupid ass stay the fuck out of jail. Shut the fuck and up. So hold on, pause, fly for hold on. Because of course the explanation was given that legal counsel don't talk to her and told her what questions she can actually reveal and answer, and what questions she not for answer. And so I'm assuming Andy is only asking the questions that can be answered. So one of the questions was, you had 67 credit cards. 67, 67 credit cards under different names and different aliases. And according to her, it was cleared up in court that the reason why she had credit cards and different aliases was for package services only. So when you hear that, you know what? That don't sound like that don't sound like a bad thought, because if, like, packages come and you don't want the package man to know who lived there, and then whoever is taking the package, it's not going to be, you feel me? So, yeah, I get it. I get it. And then, I'm saying, the package company, whoever you ordering from, da da da, none of these people going to know who actually live in the house. I get it. I definitely get it. So, But again, this still don't explain the ring that you said was stolen, that you still wearing on TV right now, and all the other shit that people was talking about. But you know what? Hey, listen, you have an explanation feed. Let's hear about it. They asked Wendy, what you think of the outcome, like how you gonna deal with the outcome with your children, and then you know what I'm saying. And then she said something like, we pray that we never get to that. And of course, white man looking at her like, girl, I don't know about this, because the way she looking. And then of course Wendy says, yes, the way she looking, but at the same time, we've corrected a couple things. So, what I mean, we'll see how it play out, what I mean? And prayers to you and your family is what everybody said to her. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that she, what I mean, she won't get to that. Even Andy even asked Karen, give us some advice, in case she gets some time for some real time. And then she looking at her like, yo, I hope you don't get no real time, but you know what I'm saying? If you do, it won't break you. If you do, it won't break you. And you know what I mean? My unpopular opinion is, hey, however you gotta handle it, your scandal is however you gotta handle your scandal. And they end the reunion with their last words, and you know, everybody has something cute to say. That's it. Everybody has something cute to say, you know. And the main thing I remember that out of everybody, what everybody said was that when he said that out of all the ladies, that she expected the ladies to be a lot harder on her, and they weren't. And the main one that um showed the most love was Monique, which is surprising. So yeah, that's what's up. They ended with a champagne toast, and oh yeah, that's another thing I remember. Stacy talking about she wanna be more direct with the ladies, because then there won't be no confusion. I was literally sitting there with the side eye like, bitch, more direct or stop lying so people don't keep catching you in lies. But okay. But yes, like and subscribe, leave it in the comments, be cute, and of course, spread the word, tell a friend, because I definitely want to get to 1K. And yes, check out Motherhood Sex Man One of the podcast. Yes, because this is one of the reasons why I'm late. I had to record our live show. Yeah, later, people.